out where the dust storm cloaked the dawn, near the old Churchwood's cross long gone, stands the remains of a charred wood frame where the whiskey whispers a forgotten name. Midnight train whistles mourn their tune for a love lost neath the blood red moon. Whoa. And the flames dance wild in haunted eyes in the burning barn under cursed star skies. The ghost of a heart that couldn't stay confined by the chains or the love or the hands of time. She rode in on the tail of a tempest wind, with tales of betrayal sketched under her skin. In the back of the bar, under low-slung lights, she plotted revenge on a cold, dark night. Two lovers entwined, then unraveled by fate, a vow carved in sorrow, sealed by hate. And the flames leapt high with her vengeful cries in the burning barn under storm-swept skies. Revenge, a bitter trail from the choices we choose on paths paved in blood and old hearts' dues. In the ash and the ember I found my peace, as the fire cleansed my soul, gave my spirit release. There in the glow her shadow did rise, a silhouette of remorse under smoldering sky. Forgiveness, a phantom in the smoke we embrace, while the past and the present in the flames interlace. So the barn burns down to the ground of sin, with our memories fading like the smoke in the wind. Now every night falls by the light of the stars, I'll sing this ballad to the ashes and scars, where our love and our vengeance forever reside in the burning barn ballad where the old ghost hides. Out where the wind whispers tales of betrayal, under the shadow of a blood-red moon, stands a lone figure by the tracks frail, humming a sad forsaken tune. Whiskey bottles lay buried in sand next to the ruins of a burnt-out church. This cursed land's tied to a ghostly hand on a heartbroken lover's endless search. In the ashes of the devil's den, where lost souls wander and kneel, lies the story of a love that died beneath the stars of a silent desert sky. By the light of a dying fire's glow, he recalls her laughter mingled with sin. A dusty storm swept her away slow,
trails of might have been. A whispered promise turned to scream in a ghost town where their dreams fell apart. Every dusk is a broken dreamer's dream in the graveyard of his once hopeful heart. In the ashes of the devil's deal, where silence whispers try to heal, echoes of a love that turned to cry under the haunting endless desert sky. Dust, he faced his fears, a revolver's truth at the devil's ear. Betrayal's cost was steep and clear in the echo of a distant train's jeer. In the ashes of the devil's deal, he found the strength to finally feel no more a shadow, he stands revealed as the dawn breaks over cursed fields. Now the desert holds his tale, a ballad song where the brave fail. In the cold light truths prevail, in the ashes he broke the spell. Past the old shanty town where the whistle sounds more like a ghost. Dust devils dance with the echoes of those who've given up the ghost. Beneath a sky too white and a sun that paints the earth blood red, lies a trail of whiskey bottles leading to the sins that I once fled. I'm gone with the last ride, shadows cross the great divide, where the love I knew and the dark truth lied in a silent desert under a cursed moon sky. I'm just a whisper where hope and heartache collide. Found an old church burning by the light of a cold and heartless moon. The steeple fell like my dreams in a fiery forsaken plume. Once loved a girl with eyes like the stormy skies before the dawn. She left me with nothing but a goodbye, as bitter as the day is long. I'm gone with the last ride where old ghosts and regrets reside. Echoes of a train that's carrying everything I can comes, and it's mine alone to keep. Gone with the last ride beneath the white and starless sky. I lay my vengeance down by the graveyard where the forgotten lie, letting go the reins of a past that's been run dry. In the haunted silence I whisper my last goodbye.
Every verse a desolate painting, every chorus a haunted melody, weaving through the dark tapestry of a lone soul's reckoning with his past.
Unless in the burning light,
Under the shadow of a hickory old and worn, smoke rises up where the heart of town was torn. A whiskey bottle lays shattered, story untold. In the burning barn, revenge unfolds so cold. No mercy in the burning barn, flames licking sky so dull. Goes to you like dust, through my fingers you pull. This cursed land whispers with the cries of the scorn. In the ember glow, only shadows dance, forever mourned. A trail of forgotten graves to broken promises led her locket by the oak where our love once bled. Came midnight, a train whistle cut through despair. Echoes bounce off a church standing empty and no mercy in the burning barn, flames licking sky so dull. Goes to you like dust, through my fingers you pull. This cursed land whispers with the cries of the scorn. In the ember glow, only shadows dance, forevermore. In the ashes, face to face with the ghost of my fate, haunted by the fires of hell, I open the gate. A showdown with the past where the truth is born. In the heart of the blaze I stand, broken and torn. No mercy in the burning barn, a gunslinger's hymn echoing across lands where hope grows dim. Take a breath, let the fire consume what's been torn. In the silence of surrender, a new resolve is born.
where the sun bleeds crimson on the land, dust whips the face of a forsaken band. Whiskey bottles laid by the roadside bare, echoes of a train cut the chilly air. On this lonely road where shadows conspire, flames dance around an old church spire. The winds whisper tales of a cursed soul's fate, riding past the gates of a ghost town
town's hate. Once loved a beauty, eyes like stormy skies. Her promises as hollow as her midnight lies. Found my heart buried in forgotten graves. Now I'm just a shadow in the canyon caves. Down this endless road, under starlit fire, smoke curls around that burning church spire. The night air carries the weight of lost debates, haunting the silence of my ghost town's gates. In the silent desert, the truth comes clear. Her betrayal's the venom I still taste, bitter and severe. Face to face with my past, the showdown begins. In the flicker of moonlight, is that freedom or sins? Tracks in pain on this haunted trail, only echoes remain. In the valley where the shadows mingle with the dirt, where the wind whispers stories of the herd, ghost town spires under moonlit ballet, dance over graves no crosses could stay. Whiskey bottles clink like a lonely train's call, echoing through the streets of a forgotten squall. Here in the ashes I sing my cold song, where bleeds into wrong. The past is a shadow burning long and tall, in this cursed land under the raven's call. She was the fire flickering in a sinful night, heart full of rapture, eyes wild with flight. But love turned to dust in a betrayer's embrace. Her silhouette haunts each forgotten place. A church once stood prideful and unswerved, now just charred wood, justice undeserved. Here in the ashes I sing my cold song, where right bleeds into wrong. The past is a shadow cursed land under the raven's call. Underneath the stars I met my old foe, on the silent desert where the bitter winds blow. Words as sharp as a coyote's mournful cry, we drew our sins neath the judgmental sky. Ashes alone I must stand. The gun still smoking in my trembling hand. Revenge or mercy, the line fades to gray. In the dust of the dawn, I'll find my way. Here in the ashes, I sing my cold song, where right bleeds into wrong.
Out where the whiskey whispers in ghost town bars, a shadow cast long by the light of the stars. Dust devils dance on cursed cracked clay. Church bells silent since Judgment Day. A lone train whistle splits the silent desert night. A song for the broken out of hope, out of sight. Oh, gunpowder serenade, play your mournful tune. My heart beats and echoes under this cold desert moon. Lead and prayers, the currency of the damned. I'll walk these dead lands, gun heavy in hand. She was a mirage, a fleeting sweet dream. Her love slipped through like a whiskey stream. Betrayal burned just like a church set aflame. Only ashes of promises whispered her name. From the dust of forgotten graves I rise, haunted by the sorrow in her stormy eyes. Oh, gunpowder serenade, sing through the night. Fuel my vengeance, guide my side. Silver bullets for the ghost in my head. A trail of the living, a prayer for the dead. Me a silhouette stitch with scars of treachery. The gun's cold kiss, a lover's final betrayal. In the echo of the shop, truth and myths unveil. So gunpowder serenade, play your last refrain. In the silent desert, only memories remain. With each step forward, my old self dies. A prayer to the night under unforgiving skies. Oh, gunpowder serenade, let the spirits dance. In the dust of my past, I've made my last stand. In the shadow of the valley where the wild coyotes call, lies a town they named El Cenizo, under twilight's heavy pall. Whiskey bottles line the barroom, dust storms cloak the noon in gray. Each step creaks a tale forgotten by the church where demons play. Dance the ashes, walls neath the ghostly silver moon. Turn your partner slow to that old forsaken tomb, where the heartbeats once echoed, now the silence reigns supreme. In the walls of the fallen, find the love you cannot redeem. Once a lover, sweet as raindrops, once a trigger cold as steel.
Her kiss a venom secret kept beneath her heel. By the train tracks left me bleeding for that treacherous gold mine's call. Haunted whispers in the chapel where the darkest shadows fall. Dance the ashes, waltz neath the ghostly silver moon. Turn your partner slow to that old forsaken tune. Echoes of the laughter now twisted in the wind. In the waltz of vengeance, the outlaw's tale begins. Underneath the burning steeple, face the ghost of futures dead. Blood for blood, a reckoning, the desert sand stained red. No more running, no more hiding, let the cursed past be shown. In the heart of El Cenizo, I reclaim what once was known. Dance the ashes, waltz with the shadows long and grim. Turn your sorrow slow, let the haunting hymn begin. Past the ruins, through the silence, where the lost souls find their way. In the dance of the darkness, till the night turns into day.
Out where the horizon bleeds, dust's last light fade away. Dust storms whisper secrets of a cursed town's decay. There's a rail line to nowhere, just echoes of the past, and a crumbling chapel shadow where redemption didn't last. Here lies a heart buried beneath this silent grave. Lost love's whisper in the wind's mournful stave, where whiskey bottles mark the spot of every sin. Buried in silence where only ghosts begin. Found her locket by the old saloon. The glass was cracked and worn. That night the thunder roared, as if heaven felt her scorn. Betrayal brewed in whiskey eyes beneath the sinner's moon, left a trail of broken vows near the burning church in June. Beneath the stars, buried in this silent grave, echoes of footsteps that no prayer could save. Where the wind howls through the hollows of the sins, buried in silence where the end, my friend, begins. Underneath the faded cross, I lay my vengeance down. The ghost of her laughter haunts this forgotten town. Cursed land, take my soul, for there's nothing left to save. Every whisper turned to dust, every dream a silent grave. Now I'm gone, buried in my own silent grave. No more shadows beneath the old church's nave. Let the desert cover me, let the night sky be my shroud. Buried in silence, far from the maddening crowd. So here I rest, no more to roam, a lone gunslinger far from home, in the land of lost pathways.
horizon bleeds rusty red in a ghost town where even shadows dread. The wind whispers tales, old and spun, of a heart betrayed by a loaded gun beneath the sun's merciless rain. Only whiskey soothes the pain. Ashes of the desert wind swirling around my sins, where every trail of dust buries trust. Ghosts ride the storm tonight by the lone church light, and revenge whispers low in the places dead men go. Once loved a girl with eyes so wild, promises made in the heat beguiled. Under the steeple we swore forever, but her heart was a roving river. Found her lies with the setting sun, by the tracks where the slow trains run. Ashes of the desert wind stirring the fears within. Every gust of scorn cry under the vast unyielding sky. Lost love's a phantom pain in the silence of the rain, and revenge whispers low in the places dead men go. In the tavern's dim I see her face, haunting the corners of this forsaken place. With each sip the past grows clear, echoes of what I held dear. Tonight the desert's gonna know my name as I light the sky with her memories flame. Ashes of the desert wind now cleanse my battered skin. With fire in my soul I claim control. This cursed land takes its toll, but I've paid my role. Let revenge lie low where the lost and lonely go. So if you find yourself passing through where the wind howls secrets old and true, remember the tales of dust and bone, where love and betrayal craft their throne. And listen close to the desert's end, for the whispers carried on the wind. Out where the whiskey drowns old tales, by the crossroads under the pale moon's veil, a ghost town weeps in the desert's breath, where shadows dance with the cursed lands of Seth. Dusty boots on forgotten graves, train whistles moan through winds that crave. Each midnight strikes like a judge's gavel, marking hearts bound by dirt and gravel. At midnight crossroads mark your fate, where love's lost and the damned relayed. Burning churches, sins confessed underneath that moon. No soul finds rest. Once a man with a lover's heart turned outlaw when his world fell apart.
Whispers told of a dark betrayal in the silent desert beneath the stars' cold trail. He rode east where the dust storms speak, past the chapel where the holy weep, seeking vengeance for the love he'd lost. At midnight crossroads, he'd pay the cost. At midnight crossroads, come to see where hearts bleed out their destiny. Burning memories, love undressed underneath that moon. No soul finds rest. There by the sign he faced his ghost, the lover shade his haunting host. Silver tears in the dead of night, their echoes bind him to his plight. Forgive, she cried, release your pain, but the curse of midnight knows no refrain. With each step back to where he'd been, the winds whispered of sin's own kin. At midnight crossroads, accept your part in a tale of revenge that breaks the heart. Churches burn and spirits contest underneath that moon, find no rest. At midnight crossroads, all is lost in the dance of ghosts. Love bears the cost, with each whisper secret of the past. Midnight's curse holds tight and fast.
Out in the valley where the dead trees stand, the sand whispers secrets of a cursed land. Moonlight dances on a lone gravestone, a ghost town echoes with a sorrowful moan. A bottle of whiskey lies in the dust, forgotten like the dreams we left to rust. Train whistle moaning in the midnight hour, desert wind's waltz holds a haunting power. Oh, dance with the shadows that the moonlight paints, twirl with the spirits and the heartbreak saints. Each step a story of a love's decay, the desert wind wall sweeps us away. Was a beauty with wildfire eyes, promised forever under starlit skies. But betrayal's blade was a silent vow, left nothing but a burning church to show how. Dust storms rage like the anger I've nursed, her memory a blessing and a heart-wrenching curse. Every whisper in the wind, her voice seems near. In the eye of the storm disappears my fear. Oh, dance with the shadows that the moonlight paints, twirl with the spirits and the heartbreak saints. Each step a story of a love's decay, the desert wind wall sweeps us away. Under the crescent moon's watchful eye, I face the land where old lovers lie. Forgotten graves hold the truth beneath, where lies the line between justice and thief. So I'll dance with the devils that the night unveils, step through the silence where the justice fails. Revenge or mercy, the line wears thin, the desert wind walks, calls me again. the spirits and the heartbreak sings. Each step a story in dust inscribed. The desert wind walks where my old self died.
In a dusty town where the sun bleeds red, whiskey bottles echo the tales of the dead. A lone train whistle splits the cursed night air. Shadows dance in the square, no one dares to stare. Oh, I struck a deal with the devil's fiery hand, exchanged my soul on this black and forsaken land. In the quiet of the ghost town, my sins whisper cold. Underneath that silver moon, my wicked story told. The forgotten grave, unmarked, lies out by the weeping willow. A lover's betrayal under the shadow of a church's burned steeple. I loved her as fierce as the desert winds roar, but the devil had plans. Now she's gone, her blood on this floor. Yes, I struck a deal with the devil's fiery hand, lost more than I gained on this dark, forsaken land. In the hush of the ghost town, my regrets spin and twirl. Underneath that haunting moon, lost my sweet, sweet girl. At the crossroads stood eye to eye with my fate. The sky turned black, the earth began to quake. A reckoning wind, my past it did reveal. In the devil's eyes, the truth was my ordeal. So I struck a deal, paid with vengeance and pain. In this silent desert, only the ghosts now know my name. Let the devil take what's left. In this life I'm but a shell. In the dust of the cursed land, I wait for the fires of hell. And the train cries low, just like the wails of my doomed soul. In the night the whiskey whispers of a man who lost control. In the shadow of the valley, where the cold winds moan, lies a town forgotten, left with bones and stone. Beneath the sky, under whispers of past deaths, by the creek of silent weeping, a rusted locket rests. Where the rusted locket waits, there's a tale too hard to speak, of a love lost in the shadows of a vengeance blood deep. Whiskey bottles lay buried in a field of dying flames.
underneath the steeple of a church that burned to ash. A preacher man once told me, son, all love is bound to crash. With a pocket full of bullets and a heart full of rage, I searched the ghostly railroads, turned each cursed page. Where the rusted locket waits under dust storms rolling wild, lies a story of betrayal, thick as blood, forever filed. Train whistles cry through nightfall over graves no cross can claim, echoing the shouting, echoing her name. In the heat of silent deserts, by a stone unturned, I face the man who wronged me, where the deepest hatred burned. Guns drawn at high noon, only one would walk away. A locket in the dust as night reclaimed the day. Now where the rusted locket waits, a spirit's kept inside, bound by cords of sorrow. In these winds she'll always ride. A town that time's forgotten, but some memories never fade. In the whisper of the valley, they remember Adelaide. So in the shadow of the valley, let the whiskey pour once more. Raise a glass to love and vengeance, to the peace we're fighting for. And if you find that rusted locket, let it lie, let it wait. For every heart that's broken has a love it can't replace. In the heart of a cursed desert town, under the eye of a blood-red moon, where the whispers of the wind sound like a mournful, forgotten tune. The dust swirls round empty bottles, and the chapel bells no longer sound. A lone figure walks the shadows, where his peace used to be found. Gone with the revenge, a heart turned stone. Beneath the burning skies he walks alone. Lost love's echo in a whiskey-soaked breath. He's a haunted soul, dancing with death. Once a lover, now a silhouette against the backdrop of despair. Traded rings for a revolver after vows dissolved in air. That old train whistle's a reminder of the night she slipped away with his best friend at the station in the early hours of day. Gone with the revenge, a heart turned stone. Beneath the burning skies he walks alone. Lost love's echo in a whiskey-soaked breath. He's a haunted soul, dancing with death. By the light of a fire in a burning church, he sees their shadows on the flame. With each crackle of the wood, hears the falter of his name. Truth strikes like a thunderclap, his hand tied on the gun. Revenge or mercy in this moment, but the choice can't be undone. Go with the revenge or let it go. starts to blow, from cursed ground to the path of grace. In every forgotten grave, a lesson trace. Gone with the revenge, heart begins to mend. Underneath the starlit sky, may the ghosts finally end. Under the blood moon's eerie glow, whiskey bottles lay with secrets they won't show. In the heart of a ghost town side, a lone train whistle moans a forsaken lullaby. Ashes of the silent grave keep my bitter tales, haunted dreams of a lover's ghost where justice fails. On cursed sands where we once swore, now nothing but whispers of the love we bore. Dust storms dance on forgotten lands, where I once held her with these trembling hands. Betrayal's knife, sharp and cold, left me with nothing but a memory to hold. Ashes of the silent grave speak of pain so brave, echoes of a burning church, the fate I brave. Whispers in the desert air calling me to atone. All that's left is a heart as dry as bone. The ghost of what can no longer be. The wind cries out a name through the dust, a cursed land's plea in redemption I must trust. Ashes of the silent grave where my demons lay, in the dark a gunslinger's path, come what may. Revenge or resignation under the cold moon's wave. I ride through the night, a soul no longer to save. A tale woven in the silence of desolation, a haunted melody, a gunslinger's last salvation. Out where the horizon swallows the sun, in a town where even shadows dare not run, stood the devil's barn, age of wood and sin. Whiskey bottles clanking where hope's light wears thin. Dust storms dance on the edge of the night. Train whistle moans a ghostly plight. A land cursed by the tracks of old wrongs, and a burning church choir's forsaken songs. In the devil's burning barn, flames lick the sky, hearts charred black in the blink of an eye. Where love once lived, now only pain resides, underneath the ash where a restless soul hides. face to face with a gun in his hand, eyes like storm clouds over a parched land. Words fell like raindrops, heavy and slow, a confession in the smoke, a final letting go. In the devil's burning barn, the past meets its end. Forgiveness or fury, on which does it depend? Smoke spirals up to a starless sky, where all is consumed, even tears we cry. In the devil's burning barn, everything's lost, paying the price no matter the cost. Smoke spirals up to a starless sky, where all is consumed, even tears we cry.
Out where the whiskey drowns their memories, in the shadow of the old pine trees, dust devils dance where the church once burned. A lesson hard and cold I learned. Moonlight cast a guilty shade on silent streets where our promises laid. Echoes of a train's sad wail, a ghost of smoke on a forgotten trail. There's no mercy in the ashes, no tears left to cry. Beneath these cursed skies, even the strong don't survive. In the heart of the silent desert, where old loves go to die. No mercy in the ashes, no use in asking why. I found her locket in the dirt, next to where the earth still hurt. Her whispers haunt the canyon winds, a melody of our lost sins. We played with fire, we crossed the line in a town that God left behind. Blindly swore we'd never part, now her betrayal's a thorn in my heart. There's no mercy in the ashes, vengeance keeps me warm. The night holds no peace in the eye of the storm. Lost in the echoes of a love that's torn, damned by the land forlorn. No mercy in the ashes, where only ghosts are born. Underneath the starlit curse, my sorrow's written in the universe. Facing down the end alone, this outlaw heart has turned to stone. With every shadow that I chase, I see her treason in my place. A showdown with the past I dread, in a town too cursed, too dead. There's no mercy in the ashes, the end's already penned. On this path of retribution, where even devils fear to tread. Let the dust claim what it wishes, for in the silence I confess, there's no mercy In the whispers of the desert, I've laid my dreams to rest. There's no mercy in the ashes, in the silence I confess.
Where the whiskey drowns forgotten graves, dust storms dance on cursed head plains anew. A train whistle moans through ghost town saves, under a sky too cruel to be true. Boots worn, heart torn on this lonesome track, each step a tale of love turned black. So I ride past the burning church. Flames whisper secrets in the smoke. This last ride, my final search for a ghost in the shadows. My heart she broke. A desert storm at night turned colder than a silent silver gun. Promises made by the flicker of candlelight, now ashes left under the setting sun. Betrayed by a kiss, led astray by a lie, in a land where even angels dare not fly. I ride neath the cursed moon's glow. Echoes of laughter in the fading light. This last smoke where the lost winds blow, holding on to shadows, battling the night. She stood with eyes like stormy rebuke, words unspoken, I love the Lord, a haunting melody, forever our fluke. Gun in her hand, destiny drew its breath. Two spirits tangled in a dance of death. And now I ride where the cold winds moan, leaving behind the dreams we stoked. This last ride and smoke I face alone, a heart forsaken, a spirit broke. In the whispering dust of the betrayed, I find my peace in the shade of
in the shadow of a burned down church beneath the silver moon. Whiskey breath and cursed lands under a lonesome coyote's tune. A dusty bottle rolls forgotten by old boots worn and frayed, where a ghost of vengeance whispers on winds of debts unpaid. No mercy in the outlaw heart, fire in his weary bones, riding through these silent deserts, past unmarked stones, where the train whistle moans a sorrow that only the lost can know. He walks a path of shadows where no righteous man dares go. A tale of love betrayed by blood in the cold light of dawn. Her memory a haunting ghost in the town at times withdrawn. He swore revenge on the man who turned his day to night, his heart locked up in darkness, far from mercy's light. No mercy in the outlaw heart, hardened by the winds. He rides through cursed landscapes where the trail of vengeance begins. Under the weight of sorrow, his pain a ceaseless roam, an outlaw bound by clanking chains, far from any home. At the crossroads he stands, gun heavy in his hand, face to face with his betrayer in this God-forsaken land. Ice cold as the desert night, the showdown silent tight, echoes of justice firing, cutting quickly through the fray. No mercy in the outlaw heart, and revenge finally his. The ghost town whispers settle as he's embraced by desert's kiss, riding off past burning sands into a crimson sky. An outlaw with a heart so broken, not even time can try.